thought you were following the hero. You thought making the right choices would be easy. You might even think you're...
I'm going to tell you right now, if this were the Avengers, I'm Team Cecil all the way. That's right. The Mac Daddy himself. The bald beauty. The Donald Dada. And if you disagree, subscribe and comment down below whose side you're on. Either you're Team Mark or Team Cecil. So we've seen Mark grow up trying to be the best hero he can, just like his dad. At the same time, we don't really know what's going on behind the scene. And apparently, with a world like this, it's great that Omni Man was on it. So imagine you were tasked to save the planet, just like Cecil. And you have the opportunity to do whatever it takes to make sure that the American people and the rest of the world is safe. And with that, you've got the world's greatest superheroes right under your belt, ready for action whenever you need them. Then, while you're trying to spit game to a local mom, you get a report by your assistant. And he tells you that every superhero in America was captured and disappeared. And the worst part, your secret weapon, the one that you've been training for 3 months, the one that can fly from the moon and back and forth, the one that can lift up iceberg, can't even handle a couple of bugs. So now what? Either you reveal your secret weapon or you take a chance to see if they can get out of it. I think you guys know what the answer is. So if I were Cecil, heck yeah, I'm gonna have contingency plans. And I'm not even mad at the new Guardians. Like, they can only do so much. I'm more upset by Mark and his crash out. But clearly he's going through like his emo phase at the moment. So of course he's gonna act like a hypocrite. But still, that doesn't excuse his actions. So after Cecil sent out his secret weapons to save the heroes from freaking Professor Seismic or Doc Seismic, are you kidding me? Mark gets upset and attacks Cecil, who's literally trying to defend himself. And that's the only thing he's been doing, defending himself. I think I would have been on Mark's side if I didn't see Cecil's backstory. And for the fact that it wasn't so easy to defeat Mark and the Guardians. Like, they couldn't even beat the Lizard League without someone like Mark to help them out. So you're telling me you're gonna barge into my office and tell me I have to do what's right and what's ethical when we're on a planet full of mutants, cyborgs, villains, monsters, aliens, interdimensional beings, catastrophic natural disasters, time travelers, gods, and demons. Oh nah, this is crazy. So with this season, now we're at a real interesting place, because now Mark has to deal with his hypocrisy and the consequences of his actions. One of them is dealing with his little brother face to face, who by Mark's definition should be in jail. And same thing, the new Guardians need help. They can't even beat the Mauler twins, and they have the Immortal on their side. Word? And we're supposed to sit back and let these weirdos destroy the planet or take over the planet because it's the right thing to do. That's why Cecil's backstory is so great, because we got hit with one of the best lines I can think of right now. Either you can be the good guy or the guy who saves the world, but you can't be both. At the same time, I can't lie, I kind of like Crash Out Mark. He's very entertaining. It's like watching Batman slowly turn into Dark Knight Batman, because slowly and slowly, the line between good and right gets more and more blurred. And I don't even blame Mark for being mad at Cecil, because Cecil is very conniving and he won't stay away from his family. Also, he put a weapon in his brain. Like, if you can do that, what else are you willing to do? Or what else have you planned? What have you done to the Guardians? Because you need contingency plans for them too, right? So more than likely, if he got his hands on Oliver, he's doing the same thing. Probably even cloning him. I wouldn't be surprised. Also, I can see Mark being a little unhinged and taking over the planet. I mean, to be honest, we've watched him take beating after beating since season 1. And to be honest, we should be calling him Invincible, because these villains have been wiping the floor with his face, literally. Like, these beatings have been brutal. And yet the bad guys are still on the street. The Mauler twins are still around. The Lizard League, the Bubblegum guy, the Electric guy are still out robbing banks. And not only that, they're taking lives. Now, episode 4, man, what a masterpiece. They brought this monster back and it was delicious. I like how the pieces are slowly coming together. We got this nice big bombshell of a reveal with the Viltrumites. Apparently, Viltrumites are a dying breed. So I'm like, wow, there's hope after all. Because I was thinking about their backstory, and I feel like they would have gone the Alabama route mixed with like Game of Thrones. You know what I'm saying? Like sister on sister, brotherly love type of thing. I don't read the comics, so do not spoil it. But I'm thinking that they cannot repopulate because of too much inbreeding or some type of disease is like stopping them from doing so. So I'm guessing they have to go through other species in order to do what they have to do. Which, I don't know, that doesn't make sense because in this episode they clearly say that Nolan had an unauthorized child on the other planet. So I don't know, we'll see what happens, but that's just my guess. Now they also mentioned that there's less than 50 Viltrumites in the galaxy, so it makes sense why they've been stopped on Mark, because if they've been spying on the planet this whole time and they know Mark can't handle them, then why not just take care of the job themselves? Like, they have 2 Viltrumites to go after Nolan, and if it wasn't for Mark, 3 of them would have been enough to take care of Nolan. So it's like, why not just do it themselves? It's because they can't, which I'm like, this is spicy. So let me know your thoughts below, and are you team Mark or team Cecil? I know you make the right choice.